All right. This way. Okay. 9-2, we're talking about relations in math, not with people. All right, relations. This is like just a vocabulary word basically that means one thing. Relations are a set of ordered pairs. That's all it is. And remember, an ordered pair is an X and a Y, and whatever number that is. That's an ordered pair. Okay, so if I were to ask you, if I were to ask you if all these ordered pairs, if I listed a bunch of ordered pairs and I said, are they a relation? Yes, as long as they're an ordered pair. Now, what's interesting is, remember yesterday, Taylor, you brought up Minecraft. And we talked about why there's no Z in this, in math right here, what we're doing. If I were, and I'm giving you an example, in Minecraft, see, these are not in my notes. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. All right, so in Minecraft, you have an X and a Y and a Z when we're doing, when you're looking for coordinates, right?
Yeah, I think Z is.
Now, is that considered an ordered pair?
No.
Why?
Because of Z.
Because there's three. Because of this right here, it is not considered an ordered pair. So then, would this in Minecraft be a relation? No. Not a relation. Because it has that Z. Now, if it just had an X and a Y for the coordinate, then yes, it is a relation. Does that make sense now? So in Minecraft, those coordinates would not be considered by definition a relation. Okay? Because of that Z, but X and Y is considered a relation. Make sense now? See, there you go. I taught using Minecraft.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, another example. And yes, here's my little example. You need to put these little brackets. Those are weird brackets.
Whoa.
I'm writing all of these ordered pairs. That is a relation. It's a set of ordered pairs. Each one has a correct X and Y. And there's no Z or anything else. Are y'all with me so far?
How many of these little sets, like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4?
It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6.
But it has to be at least 2.
I mean, really,
It can be 1.
I mean, I guess it could be 1. All right. Wait for y'all to get that. But yes, they need to be in the brackets because that's showing that it's an entire set. Everyone have it? Okay, now, there's some vocabulary words I'm about to give you, and you need to remember this. Need to know what the domain is. If I say list the domain is all the x coordinates. So anytime they ask what the domain is, or they'll say, given the domain, find the range. Guys, all they're saying is they gave you all the x coordinates. Or if they ask you what's the domain, like for example, they may give you this set of ordered pairs, and they may say, list the domain. Guys, all they're saying is 2, -3, -4, and 4. So they're talking about all the x coordinates. It's a fancy word for x coordinates. Why they don't just say, what are all the x coordinates? You know, what are all the x's? But they're asking for the one word domain. So domain means the x. Then you have range. What do you think range is? Bingo. All the y coordinates. I mean, that's kind of weird. It's a weird word for it, but that's what they're referring to. So if they were to ask, what's the range? List the range for this set. These are your range numbers, all the y's. It's not too bad, right? You just got to keep remembering which is which. Okay, Izzy, sit up. All right, so here's what's important. Star, star. All numbers, that means numbers, are placed in order from least to greatest. All numbers are placed in order from least to greatest. So when they ask you to list the domain or the range, you need to put them in order from least to greatest. And I'm going to show you how to write it correctly. D means domain equals brackets. What are all the domains? Let's see. Joanne, tell me the first one. We're going to list them from this group up here, and we're doing it from least to greatest. So give me the first one.
-3. -4.
Which is it?
-4.
There you go. -4 is our first domain because it's the smallest out of the group. Y'all see that? Michael, what's the next one?
-3.
Emily, what's the next one?
2.
And Izzy, what's the next one? Very good. Does everyone see that? Yes.
Are those brackets supposed to be the parentheses with the little spike in them?
Yes.
Okay.
Any questions so far besides that one? All right, the next one, let's list our range. You have a big old R equals brackets. Don't forget those brackets. That denotes what we're doing, the type of math we're doing. So let's see. Cecilia, what would be my first range?
-3.
That's right. Now, notice there are two -3s. You do not duplicate it. If there's two -3s, she's already listed one, you're good to go. So what would be the next one? Aiden.
2.
And then Taylor, what's the next one?
3.
There you go.
Would it be wrong if you put both?
Don't write duplicates. In 7th grade, I probably won't count it wrong. I don't know if IXL will count it wrong or not. I can't remember. 8th grade, Algebra 1, I'm a little more specific. You know, I gotta get y'all ready for wherever you go after that. So, and it's a high school course. So this year, you need to do it to get the practice. But I'm not going to be picky. All right, any questions about that? All right, so I'm going to do an example. I don't know if I've got enough room. Yeah, I'll do it. Example. Let's say this is a problem. Not, you know what I'm saying, a math problem. Okay. Given an equation and the domain, find the ordered pairs. So you need to know basically what it's asking. Given an equation and the domain, find the ordered pairs. So they're giving you some information. They're going to give you an equation. And what did we say the domain is again?
X coordinate.
The X, okay? They're looking, it says find the ordered pairs. So they're going to give you the X and an equation. You just got to find the Y and list them as their ordered pairs. So let's say they gave you the equation is y equals 2x. And the domain that they gave you is -2, 0, 1, and 3. So your equation, I'm going to draw a little arrow, is right here. And then they gave you the domain, which is right there. So they gave you the X. You basically are looking for the Y. So does anyone want to guess how we find all the Y's that match up with this? Raise your hand. Whit?
All of the Y's.
They gave us the domain, which is all the X's. We're looking for ordered pairs. They gave us all the X's for the ordered pairs, and they want us, for it to be a complete ordered pair, we got to find the Y, correct? So using this, bless you, how would we find the Y? Do you want to guess?
0 and 3.
0 and 3. Now, how would we go about finding the Y's?
No idea.
Gabby? Well, close. What do you think we could do with the X's here? Taylor?
Multiply them by 2.
Okay, he's correct. We're going to substitute all of these X's here to find the Y. So I'm going to write on here, sub. Hopefully y'all remember what that means. So I'm going to go to this equation. I'm going to rewrite it, but this time I'm going to sub that -2 into where the X would be. And Michaela, what operation is taking place right here?
Multiplication.
So I'm multiplying everything by 2. Do y'all see that? Before I move on, ask questions.
Why wouldn't you use the other numbers?
We're about to. We're going to do each one because we have to find the ordered pair for each number. So I'm starting with the -2. I'm substituting, because these are X's, right?
Yes.
Correct? So I'm substituting these numbers into this X. Cecilia, do you see that? All right, so then what does Y equal for this one? Cecilia? y equals what? What's 2 times negative 2? Cecilia? Negative 4. Do y'all see that? I should do this as an arrow. Do y'all see that? Sounds like you're not getting this.
I get it.
So then what is this ordered pair?
0.
No. Joanne, what would this ordered pair then be?
2.
What would this be? What would this x be?
Oh, negative 4.
Okay, guys, listen. What is your domain? What do they represent?
X.
The x. So then what would this ordered pair be that we just used this? What would this x be? Joanne? Negative what?
4.
Nope, I'm looking for the x. This is your x, this is your y. So Joanne, what would the x be?
Oh, 2.
Negative 2, right? Because that's the x that we used. Y'all see that? We substituted the x with that x. Remember, domain means x, so that ordered pair is negative 2. We found y. So Joanne, what would the y be in this ordered pair? There we go. Do y'all see that? Okay, Cecilia, you're going to do the next one. So this time, I'm substituting what, Cecilia, for the x? 0. So now I'm doing this x, and I'm substituting 0. So Cecilia, what does y equal?
0.
Okay, so what is my ordered pair? What's my x?
0.
And what's my y?
0.
Perfect. Do y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And let's see, Michael. I'm going to try to squeeze this in here. What's my next x that we're going to be substituting?
1.
All right, so I'm substituting this x, because these are all x's, into this x. So Michael, what does y equal?
2.
And what's my ordered pair?
1. 1, 2.
There you go, 1, 2. That looks like an owl. Okay. And then the last one, with. What am I substituting my x? What's my x?
3.
There you go. So then what's my y?
6.
Very good. So what's my ordered pair?
3 and then 6.
This would be your answer.
Oh.
Very good. Do we get it now? All right. Once y'all have it down, open up your books. We're going to start examples. Huh? What?
What page?
Well, hold on. I need to make sure everyone has this. Does everyone have it down? Okay, we're on page 353. We're going to look at number 2. Michaela, read the directions, please.
Give the domain and range of the following relations.
Okay, so if you notice, 1 through 6, they have a set of ordered pairs in the brackets. Y'all see that? So they are relations. Each one has an X and a Y. There's multiple ones there, etc. Okay, so let's look at number 2. I'm not going to write all the ordered pairs down because you can clearly see it in your book. So, Michaela, they asked for the domain and range. So I'm going to write my D equals, that's my bracket. Michaela, what are all my domains?
4.
We list them in what order?
Oh. -6, -3, and 4.
Those are your domains? What is your domain again?
X.
That's right.
0.
Don't forget your domains are your x's, so it's -6 and what?
0. And then 4.
And then 4. Good job. Any questions so far? All right, range. Cecilia.
-3, 2, 6, 7.
Perfect. And don't forget, guys, your range are your y's. Any questions about this? So notice when Michaela said -6, there were 2 -6s, right? Did y'all notice there were 2 x's that had -6, but she only listed it once. Remember, don't put duplicates. Any questions? All right, let's move on. I think you understand how to do that.
Oh,
What?
I don't understand the range.
You don't understand the range?
Oh wait, I wasn't paying attention.
I like your honesty. Oh, wait, I wasn't paying attention. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, if you zone out, I get it. It's math, it's dart, etc. But please don't sit there and be lost. At least do like Taylor and say, wait, what? Oh, okay, I get it. Because I don't want to keep moving and leave y'all behind. So I want y'all to pay attention, but it happens. So please make sure you ask if you don't understand.
They don't ask another one in the dust.
All right, let's look at number 8. It says, give the domain and range of the following segments. This is going to be interesting because are there any just points like ordered pairs? Do y'all see? There's a line and 2 ordered pairs, right? That line, though, any dot on that line is an ordered pair, correct? Right? Are you looking at 8? Do you see a line? Do you know that any place on that line is an ordered pair, right? Okay, so this is some little notes you need to write down. When you have a graphed, solid, underline that, line, you must include, that says include, all points on the line. Not just the 2 endpoints.
So that's a segment, right?
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, segment is just a line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the number lines are raised. Oh, no, not raised.
Let me see your book real quick.
Just like this line.
You have it down? Does everyone have it down?
So this is saying that there could be like another dot in the middle of the line?
That's right.
Oh.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm about to show
But
you.
it wouldn't start another line going like that.
No.
Okay.
What if there were 2 right segments?
No. You don't need to worry about that.
Is there such thing as right on this?
Yeah, there could be. But y'all don't need to worry about that. Not in pre-algebra.
Now you have that song
Okay.
stuck in your head.
So if you look, give me your eraser. Okay. So if you look, in reality, all along this line, these are all ordered pairs. These are all points on a line, correct? Like any one of these, we could sit there and give an ordered pair for. There'd be decimals. That's right, there'd be decimals. But still, this line or line segment is filled with ordered pairs. So when they ask for the domain, we know that one of them, that this endpoint is -1 and this one's 2. But how do we know what all the domains are in between if we don't see them?
You don't.
But they said you have to list them all. So they're not asking just for the 2 endpoint domains. They want to know all of the domains. And that's kind of hard to do. So you write it like this. You write your D, and you write, what's your first ordered pair on there? What's your first domain, I should say? Everyone look. -1. So your domain is all numbers in between, basically, -1 and 2.
Wait, so there's only one that's between it?
No, this is saying all domain numbers in between -1 and 2. X includes all of them. So what we're saying is that whole area, that whole line, with all the mystery domains that we don't know what they are, like Taylor said, a bunch of decimals is what it would be. X represents all of those mystery numbers. So what this is saying is the domain are all the X's in between 2 and -1. Is it -2? No. Look at your top domain. Do you see your top ordered pair? Let me see your book again.
We're looking at the X thing.
See right here? This is your domain, and this is your domain. No, it's okay. So what I wrote is X is all of this in between and including, see the solid dot, including -1 and 2. Does that help?
Yeah.
Does that make a little bit more sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what do y'all think the range would be? Raise your hand if you want to guess. Gabby? -2. Well, okay, the range represents what letter, X or Y? Okay, so we know Y is going to be there in the middle. So are all the ranges, are they greater than? Okay, so okay, I see what you're saying. -2. Okay, you were on the right track. I messed up. So the range is going to be greater than or equal to. That's what you're saying, right? The range is going to be greater than or equal to -2, and there you go. So basically, that's kind of hard to say out loud. So the Y, the range, is going to be basically in between -2 and 5, and it includes those. That's what we can say. Yes, Whit?
Will it be less than, like, all the time? Like, will that be the only symbol?
Maybe.
When would it not be?
Let's see. No, I think it probably will always be like that for y'all, which is going to be nice. Wait till you get to Algebra 1. Okay, so do we understand this? When you have a solid line, the domain is your X, so you're going to always have that X there in the middle. And then you put it in, you say it's in between those two domains. Same with the Y. Make sense now? Make sure you have this written down. All right, let's do some more. Let's do 10. And let's see, I want Michael to read the directions for 10.
Write the set form of the relations from the graphs shown.
Okay, so they said write the set form of the relations. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me what the ordered pairs are for all those dots. That's what they're asking. List the ordered pairs for all those dots. And guys, notice 10 through 15, is that a solid line? No. So all you're doing is listing the ordered pairs. And there's no rule to it. Just start listing them. So Cecilia, give me one. Any of them. And I'm looking for an ordered pair. An X and a Y for one of the dots. Can you figure one out, Cecilia?
4, 2.
Yes, 4 and 2 is one of them. Do y'all see that?
How?
Okay, let me see your book again. And you can do them randomly. So she's looking right here. Number 10, see all the dots?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the one she chose to do, 1, 2, 3, 4 is your X and 2 is your Y. So this dot right here, its ordered pair is 4 and 2. Do y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Michael, do you see it? All right, do you see it now, Whit?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, Cecilia, good job. Whit, give me another one.
3, 2.
No.
Oh wait. -3 and then -2.
Nope. You got the -3 part correct.
I don't get it at all.
Okay, Michaela.
-3, 2.
And +2. Whit, did you go up? Remember the number line?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you see that?
+2.
Let me see the book. Look right here. Look, Whit, this side of the number line, what numbers are they? Negative or positive?
There's negative.
How about the Y? Are they negative up here or negative down here?
The positive on the top.
Okay, so if you're doing this dot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is -3, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But it crosses the Y. Is that a +2 or -2?
+2.
That's right. -2 would have been down here. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Kind
Okay.
Can't you like try to think of it as like a ladder?
You can, or just the number line. All right, what's another one? I'm going to let Whit redeem himself. You want to find another one?
Sure.
Uh, 34.
Bingo. Good job. And then there's one more. Cecilia, do you want to do that one?
Three and a half. By 0, 3.5.
3.5?
By 3.5.
What? Where are you getting the
I
half?
don't mind.
Is it what? What is the dot? Okay, what's your X? You had it. What's your X? You said it. What's your X?
0.
Yeah, that's right. So look at the last dot. It doesn't go left or right on the x-axis, so it's 0. But Cecilia, where is it sitting on the y?
3.
There you go. Does everyone see that? All right, let's do another one. Look at 12. Emily, choose one ordered pair. Tell me what it is.
Oh wait, no more.
No. Okay, I hope y'all are doing the IXL that was assigned. Let's see, Izzy, you give me one. That's right, -3 and 2. So those of you that are still learning this, look at that dot. -3 on the X, and then +2 for the Y. Does everyone see that? You don't see that? Let me see your book. All right, look at. Give me your eraser. She wrote all answers.
Have to be ready.
Okay. So 12. The one that Izzy just did is -3. See this dot right here? Everyone look. That dot crosses here and here. So the X is -1, 2, 3. Do you see that? That's the negative side. And then it crosses the Y at +2. This side's positive, this side's negative. This side's negative, this side's positive. Does that make sense now? Anyone else that's struggling? Does this answer that question? All right. Let's see. Emily, why don't you try another one? You can redeem yourself. No, there's on 12, there's 3 left.
But they're all the same.
They're not either.
What do you think they're the same? Oh wait,
Do like I did, where I drew those lines, and tell me what is the X for one of them. Okay, good. -5. It's on the negative side of the X. And what's the Y? So it crosses. Okay, very good. There you go. Do you see that now? Okay, it's starting to come. I can see it. Y'all are getting there. Let's see. Taylor, tell me another one.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. So look at where the X is at 2, +2, and the Y is +4 to find that dot. Do you see it?
Wait, wouldn't it be 4 and 2?
No. Let me see your book. All right, so Taylor said 2 and 4. So he's doing this right here. Do you see this width?
Yes, ma'am.
See where it crosses the X? 2. 1, 2. Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Kind of.
Do you see that this dot is crossing right here on the X axis? Do you see that?
I do.
That's 1 and that's 2. And then it crosses the Y, it hits the Y at 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4, +4, and this is +2. So that ordered pair is 2 and 4.
That is permanently in her book.
Because you do the X first.
You do the X first. So why don't you do the last one?
4 and 4.
Perfect. 4 and 4. Does everyone see that? And if you draw those lines like I did in her book, that should help. We're going to do some more. Let's look at 14. Aiden, give me one.
14.
On 14.
Would it be 0, 0, -4?
Nope.
I mean, it would be limited. 4, 6.
All right. So one of them is 4 and 6. Go to 4 on the x-axis, and then go up 6 on the y, and you should find a dot there. Do y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Gabby, give me another one. 4 and -5. Very good. And Joanne, give me one. The last one.
4 and 0.
Perfect. Any questions? Make sure you do that IXL that I assigned with the coordinate practice order pair. That should help. Okay, let's look at 16.
Are you gonna put like a graphic on the board?
So 16, it says to graph each relation. Let me get another sheet of paper. So you on your, go get me a piece of graph paper real quick. On your graph paper, thank you.
Is this like for graph?
All right. 16. You're going to draw your Cartesian plane. And you can just draw it nice and neat in your notes. This is your X and this is your Y. And it says to graph each of those. The first one that they want you to graph is -3 and -1. Okay, those of you that are struggling need to watch. Here's your X, here's your Y. Okay, so X is -3. This is my negative side. So I'm going to go to -3, 1, 2, and 3. And then Y is -1. Down here is negative numbers. So, and this is -1. So right here is the dot for 16. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to label it. The next one is 0 and 1. X is 0. So I'm right here. I can't go left or right to the negatives or positives because it's just 0. So this is 0 right here, the origin. And then the Y is +1. Do I go up or down, Emily? There you go, up. Perfect. There's that dot. And the last one is 2 and 4. All right, so Whit, if my X is 2, do I go to the left side or the right side?
The right.
And I go 2 places right here. Now, Whit, my Y is 4. Do I go up or down?
Up.
That's right, to positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't connect it or anything. We're done. There's our dots. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Does everyone have this down?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone got it? All right. Almost done. And I'm setting you free. Let's look at 22. 22. Read the directions. Let's see. Michael.
the ordered pairs from the given equation.
All right, so they gave the equation and the domain. What's the domain again, Aiden?
The X.
That's right, the X. Whoops, that's supposed to be a weird bracket. Okay, so what I tell my students, we're looking for the Y again. You can set this up as a table, in fact. So I would have my X on one side, my equation is going to go in the middle, and my Y is going to go here. You don't have to do it this way, but it helps. So then what am I going to put over here on this side for my X, Emily? What's my X? What did they give us the X? Did they give us the X? What's domain? What domain represent? Does it? That's right. So they gave us a domain, and domain represents what? X. So did they give us all of our X's? They sure did. So we're going to write down our X, because that's what they gave us. Remember, the domain represents your X, and we're going to take all of this and list them right there. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to substitute each of these X's into this X to find our Y. So, what would my equation look like if I substituted this X in here? Y equals what?
2 times.
Well, we're not multiplying. It's X plus 2. We're going to substitute this X right here, so it would be -3 plus 2. Does everyone see that? Whit, do you see that now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Whit, what's my Y?
5.
-3 plus 2 is?
-1.
Very good. So then Whit, what's my first ordered pair?
-3 and 1. And -1.
Very good. Okay, Whit, I want you to redeem yourself. What is my next equation going to look like?
-2.
Well, we have Y equals what now?
-2 plus 2.
Very good. And what is your Y?
0.
Good. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. -2 plus 2 is 0. So what's your ordered pair?
-2 and 0.
Very good. Emily, I want you to try this one. You're my last victim. I want to make sure you get this. What is it?
Y equals 4 plus 2.
Perfect. So then what's my Y? And so what's my ordered pair? What's my X? There you go. 1 and 3. There's your answer. Does that finally make sense? Yes? Okay, good. Y'all are doing, I'm setting you free, page 353 to 354. You're doing numbers 1 through 5 odd. And 7 through, let's see how many that is. 14 problems.
So basically just 1 through 27 odd.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 1 through 27 odd. All right. That is going to be due Friday,
How many problems is that again?
14.
Whoa.
You have, you need to get your IXL done. And you really need to get it done because you've got 2 now that we've covered that if you practice IXL now, you will be ready. You have a quiz Wednesday.
Wait,
All right?
With your Excel too?
Yep.